Let's talk about Shawn Michaels. You did a radio show and you had a lot of stuff to say about Shawn. Pretty much buried him. Why is that? And for those who've never seen the interview, what are your thoughts on HBK? If you want to recap what you mentioned before.
Well, I'm not going to say I buried him because I didn't say anything new. I didn't say anything that hasn't been said before. Shawn was a big disappointment for me to meet as a person. Coming up in this business, especially in my era, everybody liked Shawn Michaels. His in-ring talent can't be denied. I'm not saying that. I think where I made the mistake is I should have just said, I don't like Shawn Hickenbottom. That's what maybe I should have said that.
Right.
Because some people have a problem differentiating the two. He's just, I'm not a fan of the politics. Politics is just a nice way to say, hey, we're lying. We're lying and we're going to be nice about it. I think especially in this day and age, it's not needed, I just gave an analogy the other day. I said if a story came out that Michael Jordan, one of the greatest of all time, had been going to the NBA commissioner, burying other players, trying to get them kicked out of games, trying to get them kicked out of the league, it'd be the biggest sports scandal fucking going. It'd be a massive sports scandal. But yet this guy, one of the greatest of all time, is known for doing that, and it's just accepted because it's politics. And that just shouldn't be the case, even and especially after he comes back and he's a Christian and all that, and he still does that same shit. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of dishonest people. I've never fucked anybody over in this business. I got 20 plus years. There's not one fucking story of me fucking anybody over. Going behind their back, burying them, doing bullshit, trying to get them, whatever, hurting their push and stuff like that. Not one story. There's 100 stories of this one guy. And still some fans choose to believe him over me. Yeah, that's...
What was the major instance that in your career that Shawn tried to fuck you with?
There was a couple. One after a match in particular, he came and said some real bad shit to me. It was a match that me and him were involved in, and Randy was involved in, and something happened. Somebody blew a spot in it, and I didn't have anything to sell. Now, I knew the story was leading to Shawn and Randy and that sort of thing, and this was after the Rocky thing. This is when the company had this, Rocky went out of his way to help me out, and we got something with his kid, so let's do something with it. But now it's slowly being taken away from me.
Right.
And he was one of the guys that caused that. And I know after the match, I was like, fine, this kind of got fucked up. Maybe the cameras didn't pick up on it, so maybe it'll be okay. And I went to Shawn. I was like, what did you think I should do? Because, I wanted to like the guy. I definitely... My bullshit alarm always went off around him because you could smell it a mile away.
Right.
But I still wanted to like the guy, And that just came from being a child, from, liking his work, I guess. He's, I was like, I didn't have nothing to sell. Shit, I came to you guys and tried to help, He just, the story's not about you. I was going, I didn't say it was. What did you want me? He said, fuck, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is all Christian, and now he's all fucking ranting and raving back there. And I just remember getting so fucking mad. And I started taking off my elbow pads. I was like, I'm going to just punch this motherfucker in his face. Shit. People that know me know I would do it. I've done it before. I'm a fighter. I came up fighting. I was like, I ain't going to let nobody disrespect me and talk all this bullshit. Then he came right back and apologized. I was like, all right, whatever. It's just a dick. But the whole meanwhile, he's praying on the ramp, doing all this fucking shit, okay, whatever. Then there was a time in Madison Square Garden, and I'm working a test in the opening match. Finished with a goozle. Now Shawn's working a chokeslam. We call it the goozle backstage.
Right.
Shawn's working Kane in the main event. And instead of just coming to me as a professional and saying, hey, since I'm working Kane, don't do the chokeslam or anything like that, just fucking buries me in front of the boys, which are all my friends. Right. They're my friends, not his. Nobody. He didn't really associate with anybody. And just instead of fucking doing that, hey, I'm just saying, it's the big guy's finish. I'm just saying. And everybody would do that to me. Everybody would go, hey, Hurricane, just saying. And then, so the next week I get to house shows and the agents tell me I can't do the chokeslam no more. It was never my fucking idea to do the chokeslam. Vince told me to do it. I thought it was funny that I went for it and never could do it. That's what was funny. Right. And once I finally started doing it, it got over. And then Vince went, do it all the time. And even when I was told to do it, I went to take and go, look, I know that's your deal. What do you want me to do? He goes, if I can do it, kid, I don't care. I went to Kane. If I can do it, I don't care. I mean, Big Show wasn't there. I would have done it, asked him. I was just that respectful. But here's this guy, showstopper, greatest of all time, all this bullshit. And he can't even be a professional or a person. It's just, what the hell? But then go bury me like to the agents and creative and shit like that. I'm fucking the first match on this show. You're the fucking main event. Why do you even care? It's such a pussy coward. It's just a cowardly thing to do anyway, And like I said, I'm not the only guy he's done it to. He's done it to so many other people.
Right.
And just like, when I came out and said what I said, here's the telling story. My phone blew up with guys in the business thanking me. And a lot of guys on the internet came out and thanked me and agreed. Not one fucking guy came out and said I was wrong. Not one of Shawn's buddies came to his defense and said I was lying. Not one, out of all the people in this business. And it's because I'm not. I don't have no reason to lie. I trust me, I wish to God that we would have got along and he would have been, as like some of the other type guys I work with and just been cool, but he wasn't. And the whole Christian thing bothers me because I don't buy it. I think he probably believes some of it, but using it as a gimmick bothers me. It reminds me of like Jim Baker and that sort of shit. We're using it just to get money. That fucking sort of thing bothers me. I think religion is the best of humans, and it's also the fucking worst of humans. And so I don't like that either. But that's personal,
Right.
And that may be a part of what really jaded my opinion of him too, just because I don't like that. But
so it's safe to say that Shawn's never going to be invited to the Hardy's Christmas party.
He may, if he actually came up as a man, and said, look, I'm just sorry, I was a fucking dick, whatever. I'm a man too. I'll shake your hand. I fucked up, but I admit when I fuck up. If he came to me, then it would take 1 second, water under the bridge, and I wouldn't care. But he's not going to do that. There's no DVDs to make off of it.
Right.
And he did it to Bret Hart because there's millions to make.
Right.
That's why he apologized to Bret and didn't apologize to a single other fucking soul that he fucked over. Because there's money to be made off apologizing to Bret. There's no money to be made off apologizing to me, so he's not going to be man enough to do it.
You think that whole thing was a work or shoot? Just real quick.
I used to think it was a work. Being in the business so long, I used to think it was a shoot. Being in the business so long, you start to think everything's a work. Yeah. So who fucking knows?
I've asked that question to death, so we don't even need to.
I kind of want it to be a shoot. I would be so disappointed if I found out it was a work at this point.